Welcome back to OC Riptide Baseball. Well, this time around, you actually missed something. An RBI double towards the center field fence off the bat of Dylan Rock that scored Max Ferguson. Joshua Solomon at the plate. The Riptide have cut their deficit in half on his way towards third base. Did Dylan Rock get away from the tag? And he did not, but I can assure you he tried his best to accomplish something similar to the swim move. An aggressive base running decision nonetheless as we head towards the top half of the fourth inning. 4-2 ball game in favor of the Pirates. Khalil Anderson leads things off here in the top half of the fourth inning for the Pirates. Justin Lewis remains on the mound for the Riptide. It's a 4-2 ball game in favor of Ventura County. The left-hander delivers a pitch, but is shown, then pulled back, and actually seemed to have gotten a piece of the bat as it went foul towards the netting behind the plate. Nick Henry awaits on deck. Kyle Soberano in the hole if anyone gets on. Keaton Glover as the 0-1 pitch runs too far inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. It looks like the left-hander Justin Lewis likes to run his slider inside with right-handed batters at the plate. Here's a 1-1 pitch ripped down the left field line, and it hooks foul luckily for the Riptide. I'll tell you what, Khalil Anderson was not fooled whatsoever. No movement yet in the bullpen for the Riptide. 1 ball and 2 strikes at the plate. The Pirates scored 4 runs in the top half of the third inning. This one is chopped foul towards the left side. Lewis gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. Towards the left side, the third baseman makes a nice diving grab. Throw over towards first. What a play!
Number 17, Nick Henry.
Nick Henry steps into the box, popped up behind the play and out of play. Really nice play there by Blake Evans, our third baseman. Made a strong throw across the diamond to get the runner, Khalil Anderson, for the first out of the inning. The 0-1 is way outside for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. That one hit Nick Henry, so he is awarded first base.
Number 9, Kyle Run.
Kyle Soberano steps in for his third at-bat of the evening. He singled in the top of the first, walked in the top of the third. He is 1 for 1. Henry leads off at first. He was hit by the pitch. Lewis delivers a high fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Keaton Glover in the on-deck circle for Ventura. Lewis delivers a throw over towards first base. Not in time. Kyle Soberano at the plate. The second baseman for the Ventura County Pirates. Soberano's known for having a great first step quickness, and he can throw the ball to first accurately while running in any direction. Comes into the ballgame hitting .462. Three balls and no strikes for Soberano. Lewis has 1 man down in the inning. Ball 4. Looks like we'll start seeing some action in the bullpen for the Riptide. Keaton Glover steps into the box. He's 1 for 2 with a double. His RBI double scored the first run of the ballgame for the Pirates during the top half of the third inning. He has runners on first and second base with an opportunity to boost his RBI count in today's matchup. Lewis delivers, grounded towards the left side and out of play. With Lewis dominating the inner half of the play, you've seen a lot of right-handed hitters hit the ball foul down the left field line. Taylor Penley warming up in the bullpen for the Riptide. Henry leads off a second, Soberano leads off a first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bunt is laid down towards the third base side, but out of play. Not a bad idea there from Keaton Glover. He's got a good amount of speed on him. Third baseman was playing fairly deep. He was perhaps 3 feet behind the bag. No balls and 2 strikes. Lewis looks down the barrel to get a sign. The left-hander delivers the pitch. Pop towards the right side. The first baseman makes a diving attempt, and the home plate umpire says that he trapped it. Chris Abort extended. Did all he could to try to corral it into his glove. An excellent attempt. But Keaton Glover remains at the plate, down 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Popped up towards the right side. This time, Abort can stay on his feet. 2 men down. That'll make way for Frank Garriola. Garriola walked his first time up, then had an RBI double himself during the top of the third inning. Has a runner in scoring position at second base, an additional runner leading off of first. Lewis delivers the pitch. Throw back over towards first base. They got him. No, they do not. It was a close play. Heads up idea there by Eric Pagani behind the plate for the Riptide. Good to see the first baseman Chris Abor react quickly and cover the bag. The 1-0 ripped down the left field line and foul. I mentioned it earlier, we've seen a ton of foul balls hit towards the left side. Especially with Justin Lewis at the mound. Or on the mound, pardon me. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's now 1-2. Without a doubt, Frank Arriola was looking to hold up. The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Score remains 4-2 in favor of the Ventura County Pirates. Josh Solomon leads things off here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Riptide trail 4-2. It'll be Solomon, Antonio Cruz, Eric Pagani, and if anyone gets on, Carson Matthews. Pitch is on the inner half and high, 1 ball and no strikes. The breeze towards right field has died down quite a bit. You see a silhouette of the mountains upon the outfield here in Irvine, California. A lovely setting for a baseball game as we are in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch misses outside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. We saw Taylor Pelling warming up in the bullpen for the Riptide during the top of the 4th. We'll see what Clemente Bonilla decides to go out with on the mound during the top of the 5th. The 2-0 is fouled back towards the netting. The count is now 2-1. Well, the Dodgers and the Red Sox partaking in Game 1 of a 3-game series, and the Dodgers are well out of the matchup. I believe it's an 8-1 ball game as the 2-1 is grounded foul towards the left side. The Dodgers were looking for sweet revenge, and at least in regards to today's game, they've only walked out of Fenway Park with Sweet Caroline and nothing more. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Joshua Solomon. Too far inside. The count is 4. Larson gets the sign. The payoff pitch way outside for ball 4. That'll make way for Antonio Cruz.
Now batting from Rice University, number 1, Antonio Cruz.
Antonio Cruz out of Rice University. He's 6 feet tall, 197 pounds. Flight out towards the right side and out of play. Cruz out of Houston, Texas. Attended Episcopal High School. In 2018, he was selected in the 37th round of the 2018 Major League Draft by the Houston Astros. Decided to go play at Rice University instead. He's joining the Riptide here in the 2019 CCL season. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch trails too far outside on the outer half. It's now 1-1. Solomon leads off at first. He reached on a walk. Pitch is hit out towards left field. The left fielder was playing deep. He makes a sliding attempt, and he has made the play. A nice catch out in left field for the first out of the inning.
Now batting from UNLV, number 25, Eric Begani.
Eric Begani, the backstop for the Riptide, steps into the box. Solomon remains on first. Antonio Cruz was robbed of a base hit as this is popped up towards the right side. On the outskirts of the grass, the second baseman is waved off by the right fielder who yelled out ball. The second baseman ultimately made the play. Exchanged looks with the right fielder, but it was nothing more than friendly banter.
Now batting from BYU, number 5, Carson Matthews.
Carson Matthews steps into the box for his second at-bat of the evening. He grounded out towards shortstop his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Well, what about if double play was counted as 0 for 2? I mean, 2 outs do get recorded whatsoever. As this is flied out towards left field, backpedaling the left fielder in front of the left field fence. Makes the play, and that'll bring an end to the inning. We head to the top of the 5th. 4-2 remains the score here from Irvine, California. You're watching OC Riptide Baseball on YouTube Live. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic. Top of the 5th inning, Justin Lewis back on the mound for the Riptide. Jason Ajamian at the plate. He rips a single down the left field line. Fair.
Now by number 18, Hunter Kaneki Pena.
Kaneki Pena steps into the box. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. Lewis looking for something on the ground, looking to turn 2. The runner holds, 1 ball and no strikes. And just for all our viewers who ask, because I see Lisa Samuels here is wondering if we can focus the camera. And to be quite honest with you, via YouTube Live, you can't really go ahead and focus the camera. You don't have that option. Once you go live, you can't really go ahead and mess with your camera whatsoever, to be quite honest with you. I think it's mainly the screen, the netting behind the plate, that goes ahead to obstruct the view to an extent. So we do apologize for that inconvenience. The pitch is swung on and missed 2-1. I remember last year we were at Fullerton Junior College, and we would have the iPad, I think, right against the netting, and more times than not, a foul ball would come and destroy anything that we would have established. So this time we're keeping it a little bit further away, hoping to get you the best view we can. So as of right now, this is what we have to offer. So guys, we do apologize indeed for any inconvenience in your viewing of the ball game. The 2-1 is hit out towards right field. The right fielder takes a few steps back in front of the track. He'll make the play. The runner heads back towards first base. There's 1 man down.
Now by number 26, Bradley Chesterton.
Chesterton steps into the box. He's 1 for 2 with a single. That was an RBI single during the top of the 3rd inning. Pitch is in there for a strike at 2-1. Jason Ajamian leads off the bag at first. He reached on a single. Well, the final score, 8-1. The Red Sox defeated the Dodgers. Eduardo Rodriguez earning his 10th win of the season. Kenta Maeda falling to 7-6. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Begani doing a nice job overall as a whole today behind the plate. Has prevented a ton of balls in the dirt from getting past him, avoiding any base runners from advancing. Taylor Pelling warming up in the Riptide bullpen. The 1-1 is hit out towards left field. Look back, look up, take a video, and check that. I thought it was going to clear the fence for sure, but the left fielder, Antonio Cruz, is able to track it down in front of the left field fence for the second loud out of the inning.
25, kid. 25. What is that?
Well, there's a pinch hitter. Eddie Peachman out of Chaffey College steps into the box.
Number 25, Eddie Peachman.
Throw back over towards first, not in time. It's 1 ball and no strikes, and Adriana, I think it's just pixelated from the connection. Yeah, that actually does play a factor as well. If your internet connection is not too strong, it definitely will become pixelated, but once everything is well established, the image should clear up quite a bit, actually. And Nikki, I appreciate the compliments. Thank you very much. And Lisa, you are very welcome. Thanks to you for watching. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Peachman. Throw back over towards first base. Not in time. Head first dive from Jason or Jamian to avoid the tag. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Eddie Peachman at the plate. Pinch hitting for Cole Kitchen. We'll take a look at Peachman's numbers on the season, as the third pitch of the AB is high for ball 3. Peachman comes into the ballgame hitting a very solid .368. That is through 76 at-bats. That includes 19 singles, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run. A pickoff attempt gets away from the first baseman, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Just trickled off the glove of Chris Abort. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Caught a strike. It's now 3-1. The outfield playing at a normal depth. Lewis gets the sign. He delivers a 3-1. There goes the runner. Throw down towards second is non-existent, as it was ball 4.
Now batting number 7, Khalil Anderson.
That'll bring up Khalil Anderson for the Pirates. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. Ventura County looking for some insurance runs to support their lead. The first pitch of the at-bat is low in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lewis. On the inner half, called a strike. It's now 1-1. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Riptide. Pirates come into the ballgame with a 23-8 overall record. The Riptide 16-11-1. Lewis delivers a nubbler towards the right side. The first baseman aboard comes off the bag. Lewis covers. He steps on it himself, and that puts an end to the top of the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. Score remains 4-2 in favor of the Pirates. You're watching OC Riptide Baseball. Out of Georgia Southern University, Blake Evans leads things off in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Curran Larson remains in the ballgame For the Pirates, they do have a right-hander warming up in their bullpen nonetheless. So we'll see how long Larson stays in the game. This one comes back to hit Blake Evans. He's awarded first base. 1 man on, no men down. Connor Obi steps into the box.
Number 2, Connor Obi.
We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's a 4-2 game in favor of the Pirates. Connor Obi's 0 for 1. He grounded out towards shortstop his first time up. Chris Sabor awaits in the on-deck circle. Behind him, Max Ferguson. It's a righty-on-righty matchup. Larson delivers a pitch. That's on the outside half. Caught a strike. It's 0-1. Jason Whaley warming up at the bullpen for Ventura. Evans leads off the bag at first. He has a good-sized lead. Remember, Clemente Bonilla loves to run. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Obi. Caught the ball. It's 1-1. 4 runs came across the plate in the top half of the 3rd inning for the Pirates. 1 run came across the plate during the bottom half of the 3rd and the bottom half of the 4th for the Riptide. Or check that, the bottom half of the 2nd and bottom half of the 3rd. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Connor Obi at the plate. No movement in the bullpen for the Riptide, so perhaps we will see Justin Lewis during the top of the 6th inning. Larson delivers a pitch. There goes the runner. He had a delayed jump. The throw behind the plate is in time to get him. Blake Evans took off very late, so not much of a challenge for the guy behind the plate for the Ventura County Pirates. Bradley Chesterton behind the ditch made a strong throw towards second. Hit down the right field line and out of play. One ball and 2 strikes to Connor Obi. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Curran Larson is 5'8", 155 pounds, and he is a freshman. Well, he just finished his freshman season, so he's going to become a sophomore during the 2020 season. So you can only imagine how much better he is going to get as time progresses. At least it typically works that way. It must be a joy for him to get some looks at these players at 4-year schools during these CCL games. He gets a ground down towards the first base side for the 3rd and final out of the inning. Yeah, so Curran Larson can very well be seeing a glimpse of his future against the opponent he is facing now. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. 4-2 remains the score in favor of the Pirates. New pitcher on the mound for the Riptide. That is Taylor Penley. Coming into the ballgame, he is throwing 11 and 2/3 innings, posting a 10.56 ERA. That puts him dead last on the Riptide roster and earned run average. The left-hander delivers a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Nick Henry at the plate. He rips this one towards the left side. The left fielder, Antonio Cruz, is there. One away. Kyle Soberano, the leadoff hitter for the Pirates, steps into the box. He has a single, a pair of walks. He is 1 for 1. Keaton Glover waits in the on-deck circle for the Pirates. Lefty on lefty matchup at the plate. Penley delivers the pitch. High fastball that misses. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor Penley, 6'2", 205 pounds. The 1-0 is fanned out and missed. The count is even at 1-1. Penley out of Prosper High School. He's also out of Prosper, Texas. 19-year-old, he's a young guy. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. It drives the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Penley looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers a 1-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the right side. The second baseman is there. Ferguson records the second out of the inning, 2 away.
Now batting number 1, Keaton Glover.
Keaton Glover steps into the box. Penley delivers a fastball on the inner half that swung on and missed 0-1. Glover's 1 for 3 with a double. He also came around to score during the top of the 3rd inning. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed again, 0-2. So Taylor Penley missing a good amount of barrels here in the top half of the 6th inning. Looking for his first strikeout of the game. May be on the brink of it here. The 0-2 pitch fouled back towards the netting. Glover just able to get a piece of it. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Very nice 1-2-3 for Taylor Penley. We head to the bottom half of the 6th, 4-2 ball game in favor of the Pirates. New pitcher on the mound for the Pirates, that is Jason Whaley, 6 feet tall, 160 pounds, out of Burbank, California. He attended John Burroughs High School for Glendale City College during the 2019 season. Made 12 appearances, had a 3-1 record through 42 and a third innings, posting a 3.19 ERA. Right-hander delivers the pitch off speed on the outer half that stays high for a ball, 1-0. Max Ferguson steps into the box for the Riptide. He'll be followed by Dylan Rock, Josh Solomon, and Antonio Cruz. Hit towards the left side, past the leaping glove of the shortstop, and into left field for a leadoff single.
Now batting from UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
That'll make way for Dylan Rock out of UT San Antonio. He's 1 for 2 with a double. That was an RBI double during the bottom half of the third inning. Rock represents the tying run for the Riptide. They are down by 2. They're looking to string together some hits and get themselves back into the ballgame. The saying is a bloop and a blast. Inside fastball caught a strike. It's 0-1. Solomon awaits in the on-deck circle. Rock looks down the line to get the sign from his third base coach. Let's see if Ferguson has any ideas of running. The 0-1 pitch misses. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw back over towards first, not in time. For the Pirates, 4 hits in the matchup for the Riptide. Here's a 1-1 to Rock, popped up towards the right side in foul territory towards the stands. Had a couple fans sitting in the front row. They grabbed their head and ducked down. There's the kid happy to get the foul ball, but little does he know that Dave Lamb and some more of the Riptide staff are right behind him to get it. And we've gone offline, so from here on out, it doesn't matter what I say on this microphone, as the 1 and 2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. The runner breaks towards second. Throw down in time. Chesterton behind the plate for the Pirates has no problem partaking in the running game, especially when he's got that cannon behind the plate. Here's a 1-0. Hit out towards left center field. Going back to center fielder at the track, looking up. And you can say bye to that one in 3 different languages. Sayonara, aloha, and adios. Joshua Solomon cuts the deficit to 1 for the Orange County Riptide.
The dugout literally just emptied.
On, would you look at that? The Orange County Riptide dugout is completely empty. Completely empty. There's no one left in there. So now Joshua Solomon wants to go hide in a corner himself. So Zach Ryder is the first of the Riptide to come and give him a good set of knuckles. Solomon now looking for the rest of his teammates. He's heading into the tunnel, I think maybe into the locker room. I don't know where these guys went. And they skedaddled out of there very quickly as this guy rounded the bases. My goodness, it's like they knew Solomon was going to go deep. And here they go, come pouring out of the doors. Yeah, I'm sure they went inside of the tunnel. I think even the coach, Clemente Bonilla, was a part of it. Yeah, he was. We should have gone to hide ourselves. The 2-1 is popped up towards the right side of the infield. The first baseman in fair territory makes the play. That'll put an end to the inning. But run comes across the plate for the Riptide. Josh Solomon cleared the left field fence for his first home run of the season. We head to the top of the 7th. 4-3 Pirates. Blake Fadul and Daniel Jung integrated into the ballgame here in the top half of the 7th inning. This one is popped up behind the plate and out of play. Taylor Penley remains in the ballgame for the Riptide. It'll be Frank Ariola, Jason Ajamian, and Hunter Pena. This half inning, the 0-1 is swung on and missed. It's now 0-2. Four to 3 ball game. We're in the top half of the 7th. As the 0-2 misses outside fastball above the chest, it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Riptide. The 1-2 is tipped into the catcher's glove for strike 3. Throw it around the horn, Eric Bagani, 1 away.
Now by number 27, Jason Ajamian.
Well, through the 4 hitters he has faced, Taylor Penley has looked awfully good on the mound for the Riptide. Jason Ajamian steps into the box. Pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1. Penley looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. Grounded towards the left side. It hugs the line and stays fair. On his way towards second, Jason Ajamian. He'll hold there with a stand-up double. That'll make way for Hunter Pena.
Hunter connecting Pena.
Pena's 0 for 2 with a walk. Has a very important insurance run out at second base for the Pirates. Lefty-on-lefty matchup at the plate. That double was the first hit of the ballgame. Taylor Penley surrenders. It's no balls and 1 strike. Bradley Chesterton awaits on deck. The 0-1. In the dirt taken, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So far today, we've seen Andre Antone. We've seen Justin Lewis. And now we have the likings of Taylor Penley on the mound. Ryan Farron, our stats guys, knows it all. Ryan, is there someone else we're expecting to see in the game?
Pitching-wise, Cole Samuels and maybe some Trey Lipscomb.
And perhaps we'll see Cole Samuels and some Trey Lipscomb later on. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. On the outer half, Penley snipes the corner for a strike. It's now even at 2-2. Penley looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. Gets the sign from Bagani behind the plate. Out of Prosper, Texas, the left-hander delivers on the inner half for strike 3. Backwards K for Hunter Pena as Bradley Chesterton steps into the box.
Number 26, Bradley Chesterton.
Chesterton grounded out towards second base his first time up, then had an RBI single during the top of the 3rd. And he also walked, or check that, he flew out towards left field in the top of the 5th. But behind the plate, he's been a gem for the Pirates. Has thrown a few runners out who were trying to steal base. Jamian leads off a second. He reached on a double. Pitches in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Strikeouts on the outing for Taylor Penley. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. 4-3 ball game in favor of the Pirates. Eric Begani leads things off in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Riptide fans, go ahead and drop in the live chat section where you're watching from. We'd love to say hello. Shout out to Miriam Arshad watching from Lawndale, California. This one is ripped out towards left field. The left fielder has a good route to the ball. He'll track it down for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for BYU, number 5, Carson Matthews.
Out of BYU, Carson Matthews steps into the box. This is his 3rd at-bat of the game. He's 0 for 2 with a double play and a ground out. Swings and misses at a slider in the dirt. No balls and 1 strike. Jason Whaley on the mound for the Pirates. They started off the ball game with their ace, Curran Larson. It's now no balls and 2 strikes for Carson Matthews. The 0-2 pitch towards right center field. The second baseman gets into shallow right field for the play. There's 2 men down.
Now batting from Georgia Southern University, number 15, Blake Evans.
Now out of Georgia Southern University, Blake Evans digs in for at-bat number 3 himself. He has struck out. He was hit by the pitch. And he's looking to get on base here for the Riptide. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside. It's now even at 1-1. Whaley delivers the pitch. Popped up towards the left side and out of play. After today's matchup, the Orange County Riptide will travel tomorrow to face the Conejo Oaks. On Sunday, they'll face off against the Santa Barbara Foresters. This one's hit well towards right field. And does it clear the fence? It does not. It hits off the base of the wall. Nonetheless, a 2-out double off the bat of Blake Evans. Solid piece of hitting. Connor Roby looking to drive them in. Obi's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the ball game, and wouldn't it be a time to get it?
Number 2, Connor Obi.
Righty on righty matchup. Whaley delivers the pitch off the end of the bat and foul towards the right side. Here's the 0-1. Slider fanned out and missed, 0-2. Connor Roby out in front of the pitch. Blake Fadul awaits in the on-deck circle in place of Chris Abort. Blake Evans leads off of second base. He represents a tying run. 0-2 way outside in the dirt. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chesterton behind the plate has done a very nice job for the Ventura County Pirates today. Here comes the 1-2 to Connor Roby towards right field. The right fielder camps underneath it. Backpedaling makes the play. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. The score remains 4-3 in favor of the Pirates. To the top of the 8th inning we go. Bradley Chesterton leading things off for the Pirates. Taylor Penley remains on the mound. The first pitch is fouled back towards the netting. It's 0-1. Eddie Peachman awaits in the on-deck circle. Khalil Anderson in the hole. If anyone gets on, Nick Henry will see some action here in the top of the 8th inning. 4-3 ball game in favor of Ventura County. The 0-1 pitch falls below the knees for a ball. It's 1-1. A non-league matchup for the Orange County Riptide. A good opportunity for them to give some players on their roster who do not see too much playing time a chance on the field. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count transfers to 2-1 after the slider in the dirt missed. As a matter of fact, there are a good amount of Riptide who are not even suited up for today's ball game. The 2-1 is slapped foul towards the right side and out of play. Well, I'll tell you what, Taylor Penley is making the most out of his opportunity. He's faced 6 batters and has struck out 3 of them. Count is 4, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The full count pitch. Grounded towards the left side. Carson Matthews is there. Throw over towards first. 1 away.
Now batting number 7, Khalil Anderson.
Khalil Anderson steps into the box. That's fouled back towards the netting. It's 1-0. Nick Henry in the on-deck circle. The 0-1 pitch is high. Penalty delivers the 1-1. Grounded towards the left side, backhanded, stop deep in the hole, throw over towards first. What a play. And what an arm. Wow.
Now batting number 17, Nick Henry.
Blake Evans on the outskirts of the grass towards the line, making an outstanding throw to his counterpart at first base for the second out of the inning. Nick Henry at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a hit by a pitch. Here's the 0-1. Misses on the outer half. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor Penalty actually has 4 strikeouts in the ball game, so that's even better. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and a miss for strike 3. Can we see, or excuse me, strike 2, pardon me. Penalty gets the sign. Delivers a 1-2 pitch. This time it's strike 3. The catcher recovers, throws down the line at first. That is now 5 strikeouts for Taylor Penalty. What a terrific outing for the young man. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-3 the score in favor of the Pirates. Chris Abort leads things off here in the, or Blake Fadul, pardon me, leads things off here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Pirates. As the 0-1 pitch is slapped down the right field line, and it hooks just foul. That is DeAndre Carter out of LA Valley College. He's 6'1", 190 pounds, the sophomore. Cole Samuels warming up in the Orange County Riptide bullpen 4-3 ball game. Pirates out ahead by a run. The Riptide looking to erase that deficit and find themselves in front. Here's the 0-2. That's below the knees for a ball. Pitch runs inside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake Fadul replacing Chris Abort in the lineup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider on the outer half that just misses the black. The count is full, 3-2. Well contested ball game. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-3 the score in favor of the Pirates. DeAndre delivers a full count pitch. Shots fouled towards the right side and out of play. Here's a full count pitch. Fouled away. Blake Fadul stays alive. Here's the full count pitch. Misses for ball 4. The tying run on the board at first base for the Riptide.
Now batting from the University of Tennessee, number 3, Max Ferguson.
That'll make room for Max Ferguson at the plate. Blake Fadul leads off at first. He reached on a walk. He also represents the tying run for Orange County. 4-3 ball game. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Righty on lefty matchup at the plate. Carter delivers. That's low for a ball. It's 1-0. Matthew Sox in the Ventura County bullpen. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Misses on the outer half. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Carter looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the 2-0 pitch. On the inner half, well located for a strike. It's now 2-1. Charlie Bravo says the bat boy is cool, and Charlie, you're right. The bat boy is pretty cool. He also has orange hair, Ryder Lamb. What a guy. Two balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Misses outside for ball 3. Carter 1 ball away from forcing runners on first and second base with no men down. Carter delivers a 3-1. There goes the runner. It does not matter because that is ball 4 in the dirt.
Now batting from Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jung.
Out of Notre Dame University, Daniel Jung replacing Dylan Rock in the lineup. It looks like that may be the outing perhaps for DeAndre Carter on the mound, or check that. It seems to be more so just a mound visit, as the pitcher in the pen still needs more time to get loose. The home plate umpire in the meanwhile walking towards the mound, breaking up the conversation. the third base coach for the Riptide, taking advantage of the opportunity, having a talk with Daniel Jung. We've hit 9 o'clock in Irvine, California. We've been playing baseball for 2.5 hours. DeAndre Carter on the mound leads the team with 27.2 innings pitched, 2 saves, and a 0.65 ERA, including 28 strikeouts. The opposition is hitting .82 against them. That is the lowest amongst Ventura County pitchers with more than 1 inning pitched. Throw back over towards second. No one was covering the bag. The runners will advance towards third and second base. A defensive mistake, and that cannot happen if you are the Ventura County Pirates. You have put the Orange County Riptide in a great position to take the lead here late in the ballgame. Bottom of the 8th inning, they are down by 1. First pitch of the at-bat is misses. Daniel Jung at the plate for Orange County. Here's a 1-0 pitch. On the outside half, it's 2 balls and no strikes now. Orange County looking for their first lead of the ball game. Here's the 2-0. Chopper up the middle. The second baseman looked towards third. The tying run comes in to score. The throw goes to first base. 4-4 ball game. The go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Riptide.
Now batting from Columbia University, number 4, Josh Solomon.
Josh Solomon has a go-ahead run down the line for the Riptide. The infield plays in on the edge of the grass. Righty-on-righty matchup at the plate. DeAndre Carter on the mound for the Pirates. Came into the ballgame with a 0.65 ERA and 28 strikeouts through 27 and 2/3 innings pitched. It's no balls and 1 strike to Solomon. His last at-bat, he went deep over the left field fence for his first home run of the season. The 0-1 is in the dirt. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Carter looks down the barrel to get a sign. The runner leads from third. The pitch misses on the outside half for a ball. It's 2-1. Antonio Cruz in the on-deck circle. As the 2-1 is swung on and missed. Big hack there by Joshua Solomon. He comes up empty. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the Riptide will be kicking themselves if they head into the top half of the 9th inning without a lead, given the fact that they had a runner on third base with 1 man down. Carter looking for his first strikeout of the ball game. It's a big time to get it, and he'll cash it in. Strike 3.
Now batting from Rice University, number 1, Antonio Cruz.
Antonio Cruz looking for his first hit of the ball game. And this would be an ideal time to find it. Has the go-ahead run at third base for the Riptide. The right-hander delivers the pitch. Slider on the outer half that swung on and missed 0-1. DeAndre Carter on the mound is out of LA Valley College, 6'1", 190 pounds. The 0-1 pitch runs inside. The count is at no balls and 2 strikes. Ferguson down the line at third, represents the 5th run of the ball game for the Riptide. The 0-2 is hit towards the right side. The second baseman throws over towards the first baseman covering. Hustling down the line was Antonio Cruz, but unable to make it safely. The ball game is tied as we head to the top half of the 9th inning. 4-4 to score. New pitcher on the mound for your Orange County Riptide. That is Cole Samuels out of St. Louis University. He delivers the first pitch that is fouled off the netting. No balls and 1 strike. Cole Samuels is 6'4", 170 pounds out of San Juan Capistrano, California. He attended J. Serra High School. And to face the top of the lineup in Kyle Soberano, Keaton Glover, and Frank Ariola. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Cole Samuels, the 4th pitcher in the ballgame for the Riptide. We started off with Andre Antone, then Justin Lewis. Followed that up with Taylor Penley. Now Cole Samuels on the mound. He's ahead in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking to send Orange County into the bottom half of the 9th with an opportunity to win it with a run. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw it around the horn, Eric Pagani. Cole Samuel strikes out the first hitter he faces.
Now batting number 1, Keaton Glover.
Glover steps into the box. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI double. That double came during the top half of the third inning, where 4 runs came across the plate for the Pirates. The first pitch of the AB is swung on and missed on 1. Frank Arriola waits in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Samuels. That pitch bounced before it even got to the plate. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. We thank you for watching today's broadcast of Orange County Riptide Baseball. We always appreciate your viewership. Here's a 1-1 pitch. On the outer half, it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The Riptide will face the Conejo Oaks tomorrow. I know for a fact they do have a live broadcast of their ball games, so you can watch Orange County on their broadcast via YouTube Live as well. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That is tipped into the catcher's glove. The count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Samuels delivers the payoff pitch. Grounded towards the left side. Carson Matthews is there. Throw over towards first for the second out of the inning. Frank Arriola steps into the box. He walked his first time up, then had an RBI double during the top of the third. He struck out during the top of the fourth and struck out again in the top of the seventh. Hits a hard ground ball past the diving third baseman and into left field for a 2-out single.
Number 27, Jason Ajamian.
So the team leader in home runs, Jason Ajamian, steps into the box, has the go-ahead run at first base, 2 men down in the inning. Righty-on-righty matchup at the plate. Cole Samuels delivers a pitch, a bluff from the runner at first base, but nothing more. Samuels ahead in the count and no balls and 1 strike. Arriola with the conservative-sized lead on first base as the 0-1 pitch misses on the outer half for a ball to even up the count at 1. We have seen throughout the ballgame that the Pirates are not afraid to run. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Slapped foul towards the right side and out of play. Cole Samuels with 1 strikeout this half inning. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're all tied up at 4th and the top of the 9th. Samuels gets the sign. He sets and delivers the 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Throw it down towards second. Eric Bagani, not in time. I'll tell you what, Bagani caught that ball very deep, and the fact that he was able to release so quickly was quite impressive. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the go-ahead run moves on to second base for the Pirates. Here comes the 2-2. It's in the dirt. The count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cole Samuels on the mound for the Riptide, trying to keep the ball game tied and trying to give his team the opportunity to win it during the bottom of the 9th inning. He may have the opportunity to do so as this is popped up towards the right side in foul territory. The second baseman makes the play, and that'll put an end to the inning. The Riptide 1 run away from walking it off from Irvine, California. All tied up at 4. DeAndre Carter remains on the mound for the Pirates here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Connor Aoki leads things off for the Riptide. Will this be the first walk-off of the year for Orange County? We'll wait and see. It's no balls and 1 strike to Aoki. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Pirates. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Riptide. There is a right-hander getting loose and warm in the pen for Ventura County. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Aoki. That misses on the outside half to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The outfield playing fairly deep. 6:30 p.m. start time for today's matchup. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Big hack from Aoki, but he comes up empty. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Riptide scored the tying run during the bottom half of the 8th. They had an opportunity to score even more. They had a runner down the line at third base with only 1 man out. They failed to cash him in, so they're trying to produce some magic here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And something you don't see all too often, that's actually Justin Lewis down the third base line as the third base coach. So hey, non-league matchups present this kind of opportunity as the 2-2 is popped up towards the center of the diamond. The shortstop on the outskirts of the center field grass makes the play. There's 1 away.
Now batting from BYU, number 5, Carson Matthews.
From BYU, Carson Matthews steps into the box with no men on and 1 man down. Blake Evans awaits in the on-deck circle. Matthews pops this one up towards the right side. The right fielder takes a few steps in. He'll make an easy play, 2 men down.
I have no idea what the scoreboard does when we go past the 9th inning.
Something tells me.
Now batting from Georgia Southern University, number 15, Blake Evans.
Just a feeling.
Blake Evans steps into the box. He struck out his first time up. He was then hit by a pitch during the bottom half of the 5th inning as he takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside half. Evans then doubled during the bottom half of the 7th. Connor Roby awaits in the on-deck circle. All tied up at 4. We're in the bottom half of the 9th inning. 2 men down in the inning. The 0-1 pitch is way outside for a ball to even up the count at 1-1. Michael Peabody actually steps into the on-deck circle in place of Connor Roby. As the 1-1 pitch is on the outside half, it snaps the corner for a strike. It's now 1-2. The Orange County Riptide are looking to improve to 17-11-1 overall. Here comes the pitch, way outside. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Ventura County Pirates, on the other hand, are looking to improve to 23-8. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit down the left field line, but it hooks foul. You know, that extra 1 on the record for the Riptide really bothers me. Of course, that represents a tie, but there are no ties in baseball. What kind of nonsense is this? 2 balls and 2 strikes to count at the plate. The right-hander looks down the barrel to get a sign. Blake Evans steps out of the box. Here's the 2-2. On the outside half, it misses for ball 3. You've got to appreciate that today in particular, this home plate umpire does not have a very wide strike zone. We've seen several wide strike zones throughout the ball games here at Irvine, California. But this guy behind the plate knows what he's doing. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. We head to the top of the 10th inning. Some free baseball. Well, it's not like you paid for it in the first place, at least via YouTube Live. On sign up at 4. Or we'll stay on the broadcast because we are unsure whether or not they're going to play this extra inning. Some chatter on the field, and it looks like we'll play at least one more. Hunter Konechny Pena leads things off here in the top half of the 10th inning. That is the first time all season long I get to say that. Cole Samuels remains on the mound for the Riptide. Delivers a first pitch that trails outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is hit up towards the left side in foul territory. The third baseman, Blake Evans, makes the play. There's one man down. That'll make room for Bradley Chesterton, the catcher.
26, Bradley Chesterton.
Chesterton has thrown 2 runners out that were trying to steal base today. He's got a good arm behind the plate for the Pirates. He's 1 for 4 with a single. Takes a slider on the outer half and below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. All tied up at 4. Cole Samuels delivers the pitch. Check down towards first base. The umpire says that the hitter at the plate did not swing. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Eddie Peachman awaits in the on-deck circle as the 2-0 pitch is hit towards the left side and foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike, now the count. We are close to the 3-hour mark here from Irvine, California. As the 2-1 pitch falls outside, it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. We were unsure at the end of the 9th inning whether or not we would play one more. But guys on both sides wanted to partake in this 10th inning. The 3-1 pitch is fouled towards the right side. The count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Samuels looks down the barrel to get a sign. The big right-hander delivers a payoff pitch. It's hit towards right center field, and it'll drop in for a 1-out single.
Now by number 25, Eddie Peachman.
Eddie Peachman steps into the box. Righty on righty matchup. Cole Samuels looking to induce a double play. He would have loved to get something on the ground. The first pitch of the at-bat is swung on and missed, 0-1. Khalil Anderson awaits in the on-deck circle. Bradley Chesterton leads off of first base. He reached on a single. Samuels looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. That misses for ball 1. The count is even. The Pirates scored all 4 of their runs during the top half of the 3rd inning. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That swung on and missed. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Regardless of whether or not the Riptide pull it out during the bottom half of the 9th inning, this is their last inning defensively, as 10 innings is the maximum that we will go here in Irvine, California. Samuels takes a peek towards first. Delivers a 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Bagani doing a nice job of keeping it in front of him. Slid towards the right side of the base, avoiding the runner on first from advancing, and Bradley Chesterton. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Off the end of the bat towards the right side. The right fielder on his horse makes a diving attempt, but it'll come off his glove. The runners advance to third and second base. One out double for Bradley Chesterton, or check that, Eddie Peachman. Bradley Chesterton at third base. Khalil Anderson now at the plate with an opportunity to give his team the lead here in the top of the 10th. The infield plays in for the Riptide. The Pirates looking to take the lead. They are in an ideal situation to do so. Runners on third and second base with only one man down. Nick Henry awaits on deck. Bradley Chesterton leads off a third. He represents the go-ahead run. Eddie Peachman leads off a second. He represents an insurance run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside fastball called to strike to even up the count at 1-1. 9 hits in the ball game for the Pirates. They have 4 runs to show for it. 6 hits in the game for the Riptide. They also have 4 runs. Here's a 1-1. Fly ball towards right field. The right fielder will have a chance for the throw. It's offline. Bradley Chesterton comes in to score easily. 5-4 ball game in favor of the Pirates.
Now by number 17, Nick Henry.
Sacrifice fly out for Khalil Anderson as Nick Henry steps into the box. An insurance run leads down the line at third. Samuels delivers the pitch. That's hit right back towards Samuels. Hopefully it did not get a piece of him. Perhaps it did. Nonetheless, the play was recovered by the shortstop, Carson Matthews, playing up the middle. Samuels seems to be okay, but one run does come across the plate for the Pirates. They are 3 outs away from going home with a victory. The Riptide need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Let's see what happens. Here's the 0-2. Towards the left side and out of play. It looks like on that last pitch, Michael Peabody broke his bat. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Michael Peabody. The Riptide down by 1 here in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Righty on lefty matchup at the plate. Carter delivers 0-2 pitch, grounded towards the left side. The third baseman has it eat him up a bit. The throw towards first is offline. Peabody gets there safely. It brought the first baseman off the bag. Quite frankly, had he stayed on there, I thought Michael Peabody had a chance to beat it out anyways. The third baseman for the Ventura County Pirates did not catch it cleanly. He tucked it into his body, then bobbled a bit, but then recovered in time to make a strong throw. It was a good effort nonetheless. The Riptide have the tying run at first base and the winning run at the plate.
I want to get out of here.
Peabody leads off of first. He reached on an error. That is the third error of the ball game for the Pirates. For a quick second there, Michael Peabody took off towards second base. But it was nothing more than to bring attention to himself at first. No balls and 2 strikes at the plate. Carter delivers a pitch. That's on the outer half below the knees for a ball. It's 1-2. The right-hander looks down the barrel to get a sign. Sets. Delivers a 1-2. On the inside half, the home plate umpire pulls the trigger for strike 3.
Now batting from the University of Tennessee, number 3, Max Ferguson.
Out of the University of Tennessee, Max Ferguson looking to string together some hits here for the Riptide. Righty on lefty matchup. There goes Peabody from first. Throw down towards second is on the money, but Peabody gets in there sliding. Good jump from Michael Peabody on first base. That could have been the third casualty of the ball game for Chesterton behind the plate. Max Ferguson looking to drive in the tying run for the Riptide. He represents the winning run himself. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Carter delivers a 1-0. Misses outside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. The Riptide have yet to enjoy a lead. They can find 2 runs here in the bottom of the 10th. They can do more than enjoy a lead. They can enjoy a victory. Two balls and no strikes to Max Ferguson. Big lead off the second base bag from Michael Peabody. The 2-0 is in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes now the count. Here comes the 3-0 to Max Ferguson at the plate. He takes an outside fastball called to strike. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. We do see a right-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Pirates. Regardless of any way you put it, this is the final half inning of the matchup between these two teams. The 3-1 flips over the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Righty on lefty matchup at the plate. Carter gets to sign. There goes Michael Peabody. They've got him picked off, and Peabody slipped and fell on his way to third. He was tagged out by the third baseman who received the throw. Well, that changes the whole dynamic of the at-bat. As opposed to a runner on second base with one man down in the count full, it's now a full count with two men down for Max Ferguson. The 3-2 is high for ball four. You had to see it coming one way or another. Michael Peabody was getting very aggressive leading off of second base. Had he had the opportunity to stay on his feet, maybe he could have made it towards third base safely, despite being picked off. Ferguson leads off of first. The pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. Daniel Jung at the plate for the Orange County Riptide. 5-4 ball game. We're in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Here's a 1-0 pitch. There goes a runner. Throw down towards second is a good one, but it gets past the second baseman. On his way towards third, making it standing is Max Ferguson. Now the tying run is 90 feet away for the Riptide.
Just like it was before. Probably wouldn't have thrown it after.
The infielder covering the bag on second was unable to pick the ball out of the dirt. Had he made the catch cleanly, there could have been an opportunity to tag Max Ferguson out. But the Riptide are grateful for the opportunity, and they are trying to make the most of it. 2 balls and no strikes to Daniel Jung. Joshua Solomon awaits in the on-deck circle. DeAndre Carter delivers the pitch. It breaks inside for a strike. It's now 2-1. Remember, these two teams have played before. It was an 8-7 victory for the Pirates on July 2nd. That's ripped down the right field line. Had that stayed fair, that would have been way out of here, and we would have been way on our way home. And exactly what we thought we would hear. Heard someone from the stands say, straighten it out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Daniel Jung. The tying run on third base, the winning run at the plate. Carter delivers a 2-2 on the outside half. Everyone in that Pirates dugout and fan base was waiting for the home plate umpire to pull the trigger for strike 3. But the plug is still in the socket for the Riptide, and they've got some life in them. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Daniel Jung at the plate. Ferguson leads off a third. The payoff pitch is fouled back towards the netting. No longer any action in the bullpen for the Pirates. Perhaps it was nothing more than a bullpen session for one of their pitchers. Daniel Jung looking to extend the game for the Riptide. Looking to hand over the baton into the hands of Joshua Solomon. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Off speed on the outside corner. Daniel Jung was out in front. And for the second time this year to give them a 2-game series win, As a matter of fact, a sweep, if that. The